University Heights and Del Mar. Who's buying right now and why? Hello, everybody. My name is Roxanne Govari with Pemberley Realty here in San Diego, California, along with my partner, Santiago Guerin.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in today. Looking forward to today's meeting, getting to know a little bit more, and yeah, let's get right into it.
Let's get right into it. Okay, so what are the trends? What is happening in the two neighborhoods? Why have we chosen these two neighborhoods? You want to speak to that?
Well, these are basically our bread and butter, right? We have our offices here in University Heights, and then we have our second office in Del Mar. So uh, we have a lot of experience in these areas, and we know what's going on. So we can give some good insight.
That's it. Exactly. So let's go ahead and call up our handy dandy MLS and see if we can pull some data out of the MLS and answer those questions that we're basically bringing up.
Perfect.
So I'm going to go ahead and look into our MLS system and do some research in there. Um, for the simplicity reasons, let's start with detached homes, so single family homes, and let's talk about 92116 and 9292014, and those are the two zip codes that we have that we're talking about. And let's look at coming soons, let's look at pendings, and let's look at solds. And since we are basically looking at trends, let's go back to January of 2025. That'll give us an entire year of data, and
I think you might have to
oh,
delete the
I
address. Yeah,
have
there you go.
that. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
So that basically gives us 304 homes in the two zip codes. So let's go ahead and take a look at that individually and see what's going on. So we're pulling Del Mar first, and actually we're pulling Del Mar first, and we're looking at a lot of actives. But just so that we can do the math easier, let's go ahead and basically isolate them this way. Okay, so if you're isolating them this way, you can see that Del Mar has 27 active homes, right?
Mhm.
And then and let's actually make the comparison, and we just go step by step. So 27 active homes in Del Mar, and 24 active homes in 92116. With my experience, the normal, I don't know if there is such a thing as normal, but looking in the past and now looking at what we're looking at, I have seen numbers as high as between 60 to 70 homes on the market at any one time. Now that it's been a couple of years that I have seen those numbers. I would say for better part of 2019 up to now, I have not seen those numbers. What has been normal has been somewhere between 30 to 40 homes at one time on the market. So if we're seeing 24 homes here or 27 homes in Del Mar, then I would say that our inventory is extremely low.
And what would you say is causing this low inventory right now?
It could be. Now, here's another data that we should put in. So let's go ahead and put in all the other ones. So row homes, townhome, twin homes, because that we want to get a whole picture of things. Let's see what that would see. Now we're jumping up to 34 homes, and that is more of a normal market. Now, if I'm going and looking at Del Mar, let's see what Del Mar is going to see. Okay, so Del Mar is looking at more inventory than ours, because I would say Del Mar is a more affluent zip code. And because it's a more affluent zip code, it could be that stuff is sitting on the market longer. And that's the result that you see, that you have slightly more inventory than 92116. Let's go ahead and look at pendings, because is the next thing that we want to look at, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking at pending numbers now. We're looking at pendings now. This is where the telltale is, right? So 10 homes under contract in Del Mar. And let's see what is 92116 doing. So 92116, you have 14 homes.
Yeah.
So again, it speaks to affordability, right? You have the more affluent zip code, even though there's more homes available for sale, you see less pending sales. Whereas in 92116, where you have less inventory, but you see more stuff under contract, because affordability is a lot better in 92116 than it is in Del Mar.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Okay, so now let's go and look at the sales, and let's look at the sales. Now, again, I would say let's look at the sales for the entirety of the year, because we just finished with the whole year. So if we're pulling data out of the whole entire year, that gives us a good picture of what's going on for the whole year, right?
Yeah.
So you had 243 homes sold in 92116, right? And let's see how many homes in 92014. You had 144 homes sold.
Basically almost half.
Basically almost half. Now, here's the interesting part, and I can pull those numbers and we can discuss them. But Del Mar is on average, a home in Del Mar is about $1 million above a home in 92116. And to actually look at that a little bit more closely, let's pull these numbers, right? So 92116, 92116, and we'll pull this report. And actually, let me see if I can do year to date. I can't do year to date. Okay, so the most recent is the best that we can do, but that still.
I think you should say on the report itself.
Yeah, on the report itself. Yes, that's correct. 92014. Okay. All right. So let's pull those numbers and then put them together. Okay. So Del Mar, I was saying median sales price of each zip code, right? So let me blow this up so that our audience can see that better. Okay. So median sales price of a home in Del Mar is about 3.1 million. For a single family home, and about, I would say, I'm going to round it up to 2.1 million for a condo, right? Yeah. And then if we're looking at 92116, median sales price of a single family home in 92116 is about 1.4, and for a condo is about 600,000. I'm going to round it down, right?
Yeah, big difference.
Big difference. So you have 1.4 in 92116 and 3.1 in Del Mar. So exactly double. Yeah. Exactly double. Yeah. And for a condo, it's even worse, because Del Mar, median sales price of a condo is at 2.1 almost. Yeah. And in 92116 is about 600,000. Yeah. So that's a lot more than double. Big difference, right? So so those are some of the other numbers that you get. Okay, so now let's talk about I think those are the numbers, right?
Mm.
Now, should we look at the inventory or should we talk about the desirability? What do you think is the next subject that we should talk
I
about?
think let's talk about the desirability because that kind of give everyone the a picture of why those values are different, and then why
Okay.
what people are wanting. So I think we can.
Okay, so then let's look at what has sold.
Yeah.
Mm, What about before we do that, we look at our own inventory
Yeah.
of what we have within the zip codes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the condo that we have on 4640 Park, which is the condo that is available for sale. Okay, and this is a two-bedroom, two-bath unit, 1,672 square feet, and it is right at the heart of University Heights. As a matter of fact, there is the sign that says University Heights, and there is the condo.
Yeah.
So you are like in the middle of it. You're at the heart of it, and it's a very desirable building. It is a very well maintained building,
Mhm.
and it's a loft style unit, which is very, very nice because you have 20-foot ceilings here that has that wow factor when you get in, and you have an updated kitchen that is very nice to see. And you also have washer and dryer right inside the unit, which makes it very convenient. There's the primary bedroom and bath right on the first floor. And then you have this loft that's ideal for having parties or setting up your office or anything like that. And then from there, you also have another bedroom upstairs and plus a Zen garden right outside your door.
Yeah.
That is very, very nice. You have two bathrooms. There is the guest bathroom and there's the primary bathroom. Both of them very nicely done and look amazing and very convenient. And plus that, you have a two-car. Um, this is not. It is a common garage between all the units, but you do have two designated parking spaces and plenty of storage within that space.
Yeah.
So talk about desirability, highly, highly desirable. And been on the market 7 days. There's a lot of attention that the unit is getting, and it will be under contract soon enough. And then we are looking at the other units that we have actually under contract, right? And let's look for that one and give a glimpse of this. Now, this unit was on the market for 28 days before we received an offer and went pending. Two bedrooms, two bath, 816 square feet, and asking price was $599. And of course, we cannot disclose what the contract price was because when a property is under contract, that means that the buyer is going and doing their due diligence. But if the buyer pulls out, then the seller does not want all the other buyers to know what price they're paying for. So that's the reason why we don't want to disclose that
Yeah.
information. Okay, and but this unit, uh, plenty of windows, sun filled, with a fireplace, and beautifully done, and it's located at the almost at the heart of it, not as close to all of everything as the other unit that we have, but still, very, very nicely done, beautiful hardwood floors, and you also have a open floor plan. Anything else you're thinking that I'm missing on this?
Yeah, I mean walkability, and then close to the major freeway too as well. I mean you can easily get on the freeway. There's not a lot of noise in the unit itself. Gated
Right.
parking, so very well done. And then you know two bathrooms, two bedrooms. I mean washer dryer too as well in the unit. So
Hmm.
very nice.
Very nicely done,
Yeah, the appliances are fairly new too as well.
and two balconies. Two
Yeah,
balconies, so
yeah.
you have
And
plenty
in
of
front. Mhm.
space to have access to the outdoors.
Yeah.
And of course, you're right at the heart of it. Not again, not as close as this building right there, but
Hmm.
close enough.
Yeah.
And also not to take away from the fact that both units are very close walking distance to Trolley Barn Park.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so there you have it as far as the inventory that we have, and I think we are at a point of actually what was the other thing that we were going to talk about?
Well, we're talking about desirability, and then we were also,
Desirability.
yeah, so it was desirability, which we were talking about, and we kind of
Hmm.
wanted to touch on, our inventory as well.
Okay, so desirability. Let's go back to the beginning of the year, 92014. And what would you say the main difference between these two zip codes, and why is it that Del Mar is basically on average $1 million above price wise above 92116?
Location, I think location is the biggest point on it. I mean, Del Mar, you're right by the water. It's a very small neighborhood, I would say, compared to University Heights. It's more secluded and more, I would say more, yeah. I mean, the closer you get to the water, the more expensive you'll get. So,
That's right. That's right. And years ago, I remember I was, so that is the location of our Del Mar office, 1237 Camino Del Mar, which is right here. And I remember years ago, I went to a Rotary meeting, and there was somebody that was saying that he was debating whether to buy in Del Mar versus Rancho Santa Fe, and Del Mar appreciated by almost like 200% compared to Rancho Santa Fe. And primarily the reason being, this is Del Mar.
yeah,
Pretty much, let me see how far uh, this is basically as far as the residential track goes. There is your dividing line in Del Mar, and there's your dividing line right here. So this is a very, very small area that you have, and also very, very desirable area that you have. So the little bit of inventory that you have makes it very, very desirable, and therefore expensive,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Versus, let's look at our, you know what? I'm going to actually pull up another instance so that we can take a look at 4645 Park Boulevard. If we're putting our offices right in the heart of everything
yeah,
as a comparison, so 92116, the area of 92116 is pretty much all of this area, all of this is considered 92116. So you're making comparison between this area
yeah.
and this area. I
It's a
don't
big,
know. I don't know, but I think that yeah, this is a much
Smaller.
It's much smaller. Not to mention, this is right on the water,
Yeah.
and in terms of desirability, it's nothing in comparison. And let's see how far along are we from the water. I mean,
Yeah.
not to say that we're that far from the water, but far enough that we're not right on it when we're comparing this neighborhood
Yeah.
to Del Mar.
Correct.
Okay, and let's also look at some of the inventory that you get. And I would say if we're looking at the most expensive inventory, we probably capture that difference a lot more than and then if we were looking at that the top of the inventory. So how about we go to and look at the top of the inventory,
Yeah.
or most expensive inventory, and that would be this home. Oh, and you know what? This home
It
was
looks.
on the market for
Yeah.
almost ever, and I'm actually delighted to see that it actually finally sold, and it sold for $50 million, and 7 bathrooms, 7 bedrooms, 7 baths, or altogether 7 bedrooms, 9 baths, 6,000 square feet of living,
Yeah.
and a very interesting purchase, right on the water. And there's the property. So I would say that you have 1, 2, 3 homes within this property, if I'm not mistaken.
I would say almost 4.
But I mean, I think that's basically what you're getting. You're right on the water. That's what you're paying for.
Yeah.
And um, there is the pool. There's the pool house. Okay. This is also very nice and desirable. But it's all about the outdoor living, I would say. If you're looking at this home, it's all about the outdoor living. And
Mhm.
and the pictures of the inside, for the most part, probably has been removed. There is a ping pong table that also goes somewhere. But here it is. You have $50 million home that's been sold in Del Mar, and
Looks like 92116.
compared to 92116, let's see what has been the most expensive
And then
in
you have to go to the second page.
92116. Um, where do you
I
see
think
that?
there's a page 2 that you can keep scrolling down to.
I see.
It's in the top right. There you go.
Okay, so there is the most expensive of 92116, 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,600 square feet. So half the size. But if you double the size, then you get to about $7 million. Price
Yeah.
per square foot, 1,030 price per square foot. Let me go back to the other unit and see what was the price per square foot of that home in Del Mar. So let me go to, is it this one? It was this one. So price per so $8,300 per square foot versus
Awesome.
$1,000 per square
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah.
So
Big difference.
big difference. But let's go ahead and take a look at this one and just quickly look at. And this was almost a brand new construction. I do recall that they completely renovated this house and built the back unit part of it brand new, still very desirable home. Don't get me wrong, but $1,000 per square foot compared to $8,000 a
Big
square foot.
difference.
Big difference, and that's the price you pay to be right on the water.
Yeah.
So okay, very good. Well, there you have it, folks, and thank you so much for joining us. So on that note, we need to put our um, note
Information.
on this,
Yeah.
right? So go ahead, Santi.
Yeah, I mean, Roxanne's number right there. Feel free to give us a call. Then, you can always follow us on other. There's my number too as well. Feel free to shoot us a call or text anytime. We're always here to help. Our website, PemberleyRealty.com. Follow us on Instagram. There's Roxanne's Instagram, so you can reach out to us there too as well. Um, then we also have on Facebook, I think. You have Facebook on there?
Yep.
There you go. Just look up Roxanne Govari and you'll find us in Facebook. We're posting there all the time, so feel free to, reach out to us there. And then, yeah, I mean, if you're watching on YouTube, thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe so you can see all the videos that we're that we're putting out, and you can, get with us some questions. So,
Awesome. Excellent. Well, thank you everybody for watching. And again, remember to subscribe. So as we are making more videos, you are notified and you can join us, and make it a great day.
bye everyone. See you guys on the next one.